Hi guys, in this video I'm going to discuss about radio button in ASP.NET. So what the radio button? So it is used to allow users to select any one option among multiple chairs. So at here let's create first add a waveform. So here go to add. Here you can find new items and here these are selected and here radio button and here going to give at this point a meaningful name. So let's give at here radio example. So there one form will created waveforms. Now here after the next thing is so in ASP.NET anything we can do by two ways. First is source, that is code, or hereafter designer way. So let's understand first about radio button, about the designer mode. So add here right radio button. Now here after so drag this radio button. Now here after take the cursor at this so radio button one is selected. So it is used to it is used to allow users to select any one option among multiple chairs. So add here this is a radio button. Here see this is a rectangle kind of shapes. Now here after the next thing is this the important property here you can find. So ID and here after this is the text. By default there is a nothing. So if you execute here, so simply you get circular tab, a small circle. So here it's right now it's executing. So see only circle and here you can find here you can only put dot. Okay, select, you can only select option, it's available. Or here after you can use multiple radio buttons. So radio button generally used to select the chairs here. Now here after it should be in right place and here this is the radio button 1, radio button here 3. Okay, now if I'm going to execute, so at here see radio button 1 selected, 2 selected, 3 selected. So at here it's a 3 radio button, it's selected, but generally radio button used to select anyone's options. So their user have a different choice, so you can select only one option after you should click on submit. Like this kind of things happening by using radio button. So for this add here there you can find group name. So if you select add here you can find group name. So let's give add here group name X and here for this let's give group name X and here so group name you can give anything but it all should be same. So after executing this all, so here you can find only one choice. So either you can select first radio button here. So if you select on the second, so see at here automatically it's first option radio button deselected. Now if I select the third, so automatically second will be selected. So this is the purpose of radio button. You have multiple choice and you can select only one radio button. So here after you can see at this place there is multiple properties and event you can find. So here this the event init load preload pre-render data binding options are available with radio button. And here you can increase the width height like this. So this is the direct way you can do at here by using radio button only drag and drop option. Now let's see next by coding way. So first I'm going to remove this all. So at here it's all gone. Now here after let's go to the source. So this is the source. Here I'm going to write the code. So at here I'm going to first remove unnecessary things. So at here with HTML this is not required. Now here after inside head section, so at here first let's give at this point radio button example. radio button example. Now hereafter let's go down. So first I will create the things inside head section, and hereafter let's give at this point a script. So and here inside head section you can use a script. Now here after the next thing is, so let's give out here a script. So the language out here I'm using, so language currently I'm going to use at this point C sharp. So out here let's give C sharp out here, or C sharp is the language. Now it's a run on server. That's why we are using run it and here server. Now here after the next thing is, here I'm going to take one button. So whatever I create, I do the coding, so it will directly affect to the designer. Now here after the next thing is, let's use at a void and here one writing at this point btn underscore click. So btn underscore click, and here let's write at this point object and here sender, and here after the next is event args. So this is required. I used so many times about the event args, and here give event args. Event args is the class and is the object. Now here after, so since btn underscore click it's not defined, here I will define after the head section. Now here after going to use if. So if radio at here radio 1, okay, so there is no any radio button 1 that's created. So let's give right now radio 1, hereafter checked, radio 1 checked. Okay, if radio 1 there is a checked option, so hereafter there is the label 1, and here dot. Here you can find text property. So text property, and here inside double quote going to write you selected, and here after give the space plus for concatenation radio 1, and here after dot here text. So since and here radio 1 and label it's not declared, so first I'm going to declare radio 1 and label, so that we cannot find red signal. So for this at here I'm going to write this things inside form. Now here form, and here at this point, so first I'm going to write at here h4 tag. So at here about h4 tags, so this is, so whatever contains inside, so that directly display into the browser. So at here going to write radio button example. So radio button example, so this will display. Now here after the next thing is, so let's create at this point here inside there, going to first create a radio button. So we need to write at here ASP, and here if you press column, so here you can find a different controls. So we need to use radio button. So radio button, and here equal to, so first radio button has the ID property, so ID, and here equal to double quote, and here so giving the ID, so here radio 1, so radio 1, and here after text property, so text at here, and inside double quote going to write first radio button, first radio button, and here checked property it should be true. So and hereafter you can find two different properties. So going to use add here check property. So it should be true. So there is a two option, true and false. Now hereafter, so group name. So I show you about the group name. So here you can give anything. So it all uh, must be same. So let's give add here X. Okay. Now hereafter the next thing is run it. So it should be run and here server. So this is the things, run it on server. Now here after the next thing is, so we need to close, so it's closed. Now here after let's use br. So whatever the content that display into the new line by using br. And hereafter let's copy that to save sometimes, not going to write again. So and here it's copied. Now here after the same thing you should paste or slash stamps. So add here thrice stamps, and here only need to change little bit. So first is ID here. So first is first ID add here radio 1. Now here giving radio 2 is the ID, and here this is the radio third. So add here first in place of first going to write second radio, and here like this writing at here third radio. So and here check property no need to change here or group name X. And here after 3 radio button it's created. So let's check at here designer part. So see at here there is a 3 radio button it's created, first radio, second radio and third. So I told you whatever you do at here add to source, so this directly affect to the designer. Now here after the next thing is, so going to write the definition of button control. So we need to do the same thing, add here ASP colon and this point going to write. So here you can find button. So button and here let's give add here text property and here double quote. So here going to write click me. So click me and here, so add here on click and here double quote going to write btn underscore click. So here going to write, so btn underscore click because so if you go up here you can find btn somewhere, you can find btn underscore click. Wait, okay, btn underscore click. So it should be same. So this is the click event here. Let's copy that and paste it down. So here we need to write on click. So this is the text property and here this is the button btn underscore click that required. Now here this should be run on the server. So run it and here double quote going to write server and here after close by and here after, so button part has been over. Now next we need to use ASP and here colon and here label. So label and here let's give ID of the label. So writing ID and here double quote going to write at this point label. So this is the ID at here label 1. Now here after, so here let's give a font. So at here you can different fonts available. So let's give outline and here it's should be true and false option we have. So it also run on server. So run it and here in double quote server. Close. So run it on server and it's close here. So this is the one label it's created. You can check. Now you cannot find any kind of error. So all red signal that out. Hereafter you can go to designer mode. Here you can find one button it's created and one label it's created. Now the next thing, so if you wanna check the code, here you can execute this and here you can find here you can find this is currently executing. Here you can find 3 radio button, 1 label and 1 button control it's created. But if I execute here, so you selected first radio button here. So if I select this point, so at here this selected first. So it's a displaying you select because I did not write code related to first, second and third radio button. So at here, so we need to do some modification at this point. So first is radio button 1 text and here. Now here after let's copy this. So see at here this is the requirement of if else statement. So about the if else statement uh, I did the tutorial when I was making on console application. So here the next option is radio 2. So as if radio 2 is selected and so you selected radio 2, no need to change anything. Now here after the next part is let's copy and paste. Here only need to write as if part. So by using as if part there should be only one condition true. And here this is the label 1, no need to change anything. And here only do modification about radio 1, here 2 and here 3. Radio 3. Now if you execute this query, so here this is currently running. Now here, so if I click, so this is the selected third radio button, and if I click on click me, so here I'm not getting output. So you selected, okay, I did mistake. Radio 1 checked, radio 2 checked, and here radio 3rd checked. That's why I'm not getting expected output. So it's not selected at here radio. Now let's execute once again, and here, so click me, and here see you selected third radio button. If I select at this point at here second, so at here you selected second radio button like this. If I execute first, you selected at here radio button first. So only one option we have, only one button we can select it with multiple choice. So this is the use of radio button. You have different option and you could only select one. And hereafter if you click on at this point, so according to our given written code, so this is the display output. Now the next is here. So there is a one important property of radio button, group name. So group name must be same. So if I give at here x1 different group names, so definitely I get some, I will not get expected output. So see at here it's currently running. Now if I execute here first selected, so see at here after that first and third is selected. Okay, so I'm not getting expected output. So if I execute, so here, so this kind of message I'm getting because if I do not give group name same, then here we can select multiple. So this is not our requirement. Requirement is the output should be unique. Like if I select radio button 1, so according to that one click event fire and that give the output. So here it's running. Now after putting group name unique, so same for all. So at here you selected third, so here you selected radio button 1. So this is the important thing. So this is about radio button in C#.NET. So I hope guys this video is helpful for you. So now in this video it's over. So thanks for watching. See you next video. Thank you.